Good morning. Welcome to sunny Winnipeg. Yeah, it's supposed to be a nice day today according to the weather office. Yeah, I can see more of the sun this morning than I could yesterday. 18.4 Celsius. Now, I should have my front windows open because yesterday by about 2, 3 in the afternoon, it started getting hot in here. Yeah, yeah. So if we start cooling it down now, then maybe I won't have to turn the air conditioning on. I didn't yesterday. I just let it get hot, and I lived with it. Yeah, that old air conditioner. I think when it's going full tilt, it takes about 2,000 watts or something. Yeah, because first of all, the furnace motor has to run, as well as the compressor and everything in the backyard. Yeah, they got the furnace motor's running, the compressor's running, and the fan for the condenser's running. So I got 3 motors running. Yes, I'd guess it'd be about 2,000 watts. Anyway, we are ready for you-know-who. Okay, today I'd like to finish step 22, and to finish step 22 we gotta glue those little pieces on that we drilled holes for yesterday. And I'm wondering who else besides me noticed that when I was demonstrating dropping the parts into the holes, that on the smaller piece I only had one of the, we'll call it legs, stuck in the hole, and the other one wasn't in there. But from my perspective, I thought I had them both in. That's how small it is. Yeah, I think that we're safe to get those little wires, little pieces of photo etch mounted on. What is there? 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and then they can all. This whole thing can all be sprayed whatever color it's going to be. The antenna that's going to mount on separately is going to be black, and if you remember, we concluded that there was going to be an easy way to glue that on later. Well, it's probably going to be hard because every time I think something's going to be easy, it turns out to be the complete opposite. Okay, yeah, then we can flip the page, and it seems to me we're going to flip the page into a whole bunch more photo etch stuff. Yeah, that's all right. It's part of the deal, you know. This whole build, as I've often said, I'm just sort of putting in time, you might say. It doesn't have to be done tomorrow. Yeah, what do we got here? The sunrise this morning. It wasn't too bad. Maybe I'll dub it in right now. So yeah, get it over with. It wasn't good enough that we want to have a big, long, drawn-out thing at the end of the episode with music and maybe in the fall when I got nothing else to do. Speaking of nothing else to do, I've got to stop not editing as I go. In other words, this shot that I shoot right now, this clip, I should be hauling it into the back, dumping it into my computer, and editing it and getting it into the timeline. I didn't do that yesterday, and I got towards the end of the day, it was about 2, 3 in the afternoon, and suddenly I found out I had about over half an hour of footage. Well, what am I going to do with all this? Well, I could clip this, I could clip that out and shorten this, shorten that. Well, I was actually getting uptight, and this is supposed to be fun. So I've got to remember to edit as I go. It's not that hard. I just take the camera off whatever I've got it sitting on and take it in the back and do it. It sort of breaks the monotony. However, it looks like I'm going to be able to get out today for another quick scoot. Don't know where I'm going to go. No promises. I know they're all the same. Some of the viewers that have been following, not very many, but some of the viewers who have been going out with me on the rides are getting sick of going to the same place over and over and over again. And well, that's the way it goes. You go for a walk. Generally, when a person goes for a walk, they go to the same place over and over and over again, like the walkers. Yeah, I mean, it couldn't be more the same. They have the same routine. They're enjoying the walk. there's enough difference in the ride. You know, it's never the same traffic. It's always a little bit different. And there's the getting out. Yeah, I think that's what it is. One of the viewers made the comment that when he goes for coffee, he uses that as an excuse to go for a ride on his bike. Yeah, well, that's sort of the way it is. You know, I go to McDonald's, but it's really an excuse to get out and go on the bike. Okay, and that's soon coming to an end. I know you're getting sick of hearing me say that, but that's always in the back of my mind that I know last year we got to go ride right up until the 23rd, I think it was, of November, or 21st, I can't remember. It was pretty late anyway. I don't think that's going to happen this year. We have often had snow around Halloween, which is the end of October, that stayed. I think the year that we moved here, I mentioned that. The year that we moved to this house, the kids were little. And we bought the house right around Halloween. We hadn't actually taken possession of it yet, but we had bought it, and I brought the kids to this neighborhood to do the what they call trick or treating. Or here in Winnipeg, the kids used to come to the door. They don't do it so much anymore, but they would come to the door and they would all shout in unison, "Halloween apples." Now, it was a Winnipeg thing. I don't think anywhere else they ever did that, but I noticed it's less and less and less as the years go by. Now the kids they don't say anything. They just come to the door and you sort of know they're there. I'm going to pay attention this summer, this fall, and see what do they say. Anyway, yeah. So we've often had snow at Halloween that stayed for the winter, and that was the end of any kind of biking. All right, let's get going here. It's too bad about my little drill bit that I snapped off. I'm debating: do I want to keep this thing? Is it possible that I'm going to want to have a really short drill bit sometime, like for just going partly in? Jeff Donahue says using that drill press that I had here to drill those tiny little holes was like using a sledgehammer to what is this, or a jackhammer to do brain surgery. Yeah, well, the reason I use that is because I can, believe it or not, I can be a lot more precise than I can using that. I got several comments, people suggesting using a pin vise, and that would work too. But I'm not quite as dexterous as I used to be. One guy says put a needle, a medium-sized needle, a sewing needle, into the pin vise, and you can sort of work your hole that way. I should really try that sometime, see how that works. I can envision how that would work really, really well. Because you don't have to have a hole that, unless a person needed a hole that went way down for some reason into the plastic. But generally, it's just sort of you're making sort of a locating point, to get your part to stick into. That's generally what that is. All right, let's get going here and get these pieces on so we can turn the page. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to press stop, and I'm going to grab the camera, and before I forget, and I'm going to go into the back and edit this scene, and I'm going to try and remember to put in the sunrise. Okay, so we'll see you back here, who knows when. Okay. I'm guessing maybe 5 minutes ago, or not even. Here we go again. Missy the dog went out for her constitutional. Now I know you would think that this should be easy, wouldn't you? I just have to put this one in this hole, and the other one has to go in the other hole, both at the same time. So what's so hard about that, right? Well, what's hard about it is trying to hold it down with my finger and not bend the whole hoop, or whatever you want to call this thing, out of shape. I'm hearing a siren going on out there. Probably Missy's doing her howling thing, because she howls every time there's a siren. Now, why can I not get this? Okay, maybe I'll get it in this one first. Oh, come on. All right, here's maybe part of the problem. I'm noticing that this one is, they are slightly bent together. Maybe if I was to sort of bend it apart just a little bit here. I'm just eyeballing it. I wonder if I should use Tony's tweezers. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe because they're softer on the top. Yeah, that seems to work better. Well, not really. Still has to be spread a little bit more. I'm going to have this thing so bent out of shape, it's going to be pathetic. Oh, Ron, what's wrong? This is not that hard. Well, if it's not that hard, why is it not going good? Good morning.
Well, I said to Rainey, that neighborhood cat is on the back balcony. And she said, no it isn't, that's Ella. And I had closed the screen door. And just like that velociraptor in Jurassic Park, she hooked her finger around it and slid it open.
No.
That little cat.
Really?
A 4-pound cat. And I'm glad she only went 3 or 4 feet from the door, because her boyfriend was out there this morning walking up and down the backyard looking for a date. How long is that aircraft carrier?
I think it's around a little over 800 feet, but I'm not sure.
800 feet.
Yeah.
Almost 3 football fields.
Yeah, I don't know what the length of the flight deck actually was, but bye, Missy. Oh, one more last little tickle. I had to talk to you, didn't I? There you go.
Thanks, Ron.
Well, thank you. Always good to see you, Missy. You too, Max.
Oh yeah, you too, man. It's a nice temperature for a run.
That's not too bad. Bye, Missy. Yeah, my blue sky that I had here an hour ago is gone. Oh, well, it's all right. At least it's not snowing. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay, what was going wrong here? Now you would think that this should be easy. And it should be easy. Maybe I didn't drill the holes deep enough. Or you know what? Here's a thought. Maybe what I should be doing is getting one basically right and gluing it in place, and then pry the other one over and pop it into place. No, that won't work, because the CA glue will set and it will want to hold it. If it's a little bit crooked, it's going to want to hold it that way. What time we got here? 4 minutes after 10. It's sort of clouded over. An hour ago, 2 hours ago when I first got going here, it was nice and sunny and bright, and I'm looking outside right now, and it looks like rain's coming. So I'm wondering if maybe I should get out for a quick scoot. Yeah, it's just about coffee time anyway. The rush hour traffic's over. Maybe I'll just scoot over to McDonald's. Been there before. I know the way, that's for sure. In fact, the bike could probably go by itself. We will get it. We will get it. But it's just not going as easy as I thought it was gonna. Okay. Well over 4 hours has passed here now. It's about almost 2:30 in the afternoon. I did get out on my bike. I'm thinking about this quite a bit, and I'm thinking maybe my angle was just wrong, because I should be able to. Right now, I've got this thing sort of with its back to me, and I should be able to go like that. Okay. Now, let's just carefully rock it in place here so that we know that it's all the way down on both sides. It is basically perpendicular to the rail. Now what we're going to want to do is try and get some CA glue to flow down into the little holes and pin it there. Maybe what we'll do is we'll stick the macro lens on for that and get in nice and close. Okay, I'm going to use my little homemade applicator here and see if I can't just get it to work its way into the hole. I'm going to be careful that I don't accidentally glue the applicator to the photo etch there. I think I basically got that one. And I'll try this one. A little bit more. I'm accidentally bending the applicator when I'm putting it into the reservoir. There, I'm pretty sure I'm getting it. Let's put some more on the other side. Check the monitor. Looks like I've got it. Okay, now we just maybe wiggle it down. It doesn't seem to come off quite as heavy as I'd like. I'd like it to sort of be built up around the... Well, maybe that's about as good as we're going to be able to get it. Okay, I'm going to give it a touch of curing agent so we don't need to worry about it falling out of there later. Just a little bit on the side here. It should wick its way down. Okay, now I'm going to use the same idea for the other one. I dropped it. Oh no. I dropped it. I was picking it up with a tweezer and... Okay, I'm going to have to push stop here. Oh my goodness. Oh, it fell back into... Don't worry. It fell back into the tuna fish tin. Okay. Now we were going to try and get my angle different. Whoops. Maybe if I was to come like this, hook it in, and pull it. Nope. Yeah, try it again. Hook it in. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's all the way down as far as it's going to go. I better straighten this thing out. It's getting worse and worse. It's a beautiful day outside. People are mowing their lawns. Actually, I think what they're doing is they're using their lawnmowers to vacuum up the leaves. Okay, that one went good. That one went really good. See if I can get a little bit more on this one here. That one I think is pretty good too now. Okay, I'm just going to give it a little wiggle. Okay, now I've got to lay this thing over on its side and get the smaller ones in. Okay, I think we got it. Okay, curing agent. I just looked in the monitor and noticed that this whole apparatus is twisted a little bit to the your left, I guess it would be, but I think it's basically still in focus. I'm going to have to come up with a different way of supporting this thing when I do the other one, because right now if I turn it over, I'm going to end up probably bending this piece that we just put on. Okay, I'm going to use the helping hands here. I'm just holding it up off the table almost an inch. 2 centimeters. And yeah, we'll move in and do the last one, all being well. Some dang fool on a motorcycle. Motorcycles should be banned. Unless they're Hondas. Oh, come on. I guess that's what I get for saying that. Okay, come on now. Come on. We almost had it. We almost had it. It's so close. It's so close. I think it's in. I do believe it's in. Just let me see if I can just touch it with this hand here. Yes. It's in. Okay. Now. Sounds like a freeway out there. That motorcycle you heard, I believe it was on the freeway out on the other side of the berm. Those things are terrible out. They don't. I think in some countries what they do is guys that make that kind of racket, they round up their motorcycles and drive army tanks over them, or something like that. Okay. Pretty sure we've got it built up here enough now that it's gonna take a little bit of straightening later. Okay, let's get some curing agent on that. That's all it's gonna take. Just the smell of it almost. Okay. You know what? I'm going to call her quits for this episode. And we'll take a nice close look at this tomorrow. It's getting late here and there's stuff I want to do. So thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.